Hello and welcome everyone to another ASSA ABLOY Academy virtual instructor-led training. Today's topic is going to be ASSA ABLOY glass solutions. But before we get to that topic with our guest today, just a couple of things to remind you of. Everybody is muted, but you can always communicate with us using the Q&A feature found down in the function of Zoom. We're also going to be opening up this webinar at the very end for questions. So if you have any questions, you can type those in. We'll get to them after the presentation today. Also, if you have not signed up for ASSA ABLOY Academy, you can do that free of charge and access over 50 online courses that are completely free for you to use. Everything from basic architectural hardware to ASSA ABLOY product specifics. Also, if you are turning this in for self-reporting, this class, you're going to get an email from us within 24 hours. That's going to be your proof of attendance for today's session. And always join us here for more virtual instructor-led training. We do these several times a month. And then starting early 2020, we were doing about 10 a week. So we have all of those recordings from every previous virtual instructor-led training that we've done on our box folder. And you can get to that on our website. Go to ASSA ABLOY Academy, go to Americas tab, and you can find virtual instructor-led trainings tab or webinars, and then go to the previously recorded webinars tab, and you can get to all of those folders that have all of our previous recordings in it. But I want to welcome Tyler Baker. He is the director, the business development director for ASSA ABLOY Glass Solutions, and he is going to be delivering the training today. Tyler, thanks for being here, and let me know if you need anything at all.
Thanks a lot, Chad, and just wanted to thank everyone for joining us this afternoon. We have some exciting things to talk about, and I'm going to jump right into it. So, like Chad said, my name is Tyler Baker. I'm the Director of Business Development for Glass and Aluminum Solutions for ASSA ABLOY DSS. I'll be sharing my contact information at the end of this call, so if anyone has anything, please reach out to me. So today we're going to talk about all glass openings. So why all glass openings? You know, why would we want to put these types of applications out in the market? We're going to talk a little bit about industry standards and some of the guidelines that is followed today, and then briefly describe some of the applications and some of the trends, and then of course where to go for more information in closing. So to start, I'm going to share a quick video that just talks a little bit about all glass doors and how we see them at ASSA ABLOY in our journey so far.
Glass has been a highly desired construction material for hundreds of years. It's an affordable, lightweight material that allows the beauty of the outdoors to come inside. Research shows that by incorporating natural daylight within a building, a strategy known as daylighting, occupant satisfaction and performance can be improved. Glass can be treated to reduce glare, prevent heat absorption, and provide protection from UV light, all helping make a building comfortable and energy efficient. And glass within the interior of an office space provides for better lighting, transparency, and allows for improved communication. As a world leader in door opening solutions, ASSA ABLOY's Glass Solutions program provides one easy buying experience with a complete offering of door hardware products. By taking a holistic approach to design, sustainability, and security, ASSA ABLOY is helping architects and designers meet all their glass hardware and door opening needs.
All right, so that kind of explains a little bit of why all glass openings and why you would want to use those. So let's talk about where. So where would you find all glass openings out in the world today? And the answer is really everywhere. We used to see them predominantly in offices and hospitality and high-end retail, but now with all the functionality and the security features that are offered, we really can see all glass openings in every application, and that includes verticals like healthcare and universities. All glass openings are a great option for someone that's looking for that, that aesthetic look and still wants the functionality of a traditional wood or hollow metal type door. At ASSA ABLOY, we try to focus on the security, aesthetics, and sustainability when it comes to any of our products being used in the commercial and institutional space. And that's no different for all glass doors. So LEED and product declarations, we heard a little bit about daylighting and how important that is as far as an aspect of all glass doors that really helps bring light into a building, and it shows to promote productivity and other benefits. At ASSA ABLOY, we also care about other important details that factor into sustainability as well. And we try to be as transparent as possible with those details. That includes what materials go into, when we make our products, how they're made, and then the waste that's produced from our facilities, from all of our manufacturing plants across the country. Some of the things that we produce are environmental product declarations, declare labels, and we also have our facilities audited quite often for carbon footprint reduction. If you'd like to know more, we have a full sustainability team at ASSA ABLOY that's committed solely to every aspect of sustainability. And I talked about a few of those things above. We're also affiliated with organizations like U.S. Green Building Council, International Well Building Institute, and then Science-Based Targets, just to name a few. So glass industry standards. Since there's no formalized governing body or code that really captures all glass entrances, the majority of the industry typically follows Ghana and their heavy glass door design guide, which you see over here on the right-hand side. Ghana is part of the National Glass Association, and their heavy glass door design guide covers a majority of the hardware applications that we see out in the market today based off of height, weight, width, and thickness of the glass being used. Ghana's released these sets of standards twice, once back in 1999 and then recently here in 2020. This guide's available on NGA's website and is available for anyone at a small cost. So I'd suggest anyone that's part of the design process or manufacturing or installation process of all glass openings should go to NGA's website and consider purchasing the guide. Some of the major changes that they've made from 1999 to 2020 is really just to address the market trend of going to larger openings with thicker glass. And I'll talk more about that in the upcoming slides. So just moving on to different types of glass doors. There's really 5 types of doors in the all glass world. First, the one starting on the left-hand side we see is the most in the market is the P-style door. So that has top and bottom rails. The reason we see that type of door the most is because of it meeting ADA requirements and the functionality that it allows for different types of applications and larger doors. ADA requires door surfaces 10 inches above the finished floor, and it needs to be expanding the entire length of the door with a door rail. Unless that door rail has a leading edge that is no less than 60 degrees from the face of the door. So P-style doors are a really great option for ADA. And then of course it gives you additional options to go to taller type openings that we'll talk about later as well. The next most popular is that A-style doors. So if you look the third to the right, those are patch fitting style doors. These doors are most popular when someone's looking for that really all glass look and less metal. The third most popular you see is the BP style door. And this is more just a mix of the P and A style door, P and A style doors. So you get the look of the patch fitting door at the top, but you also get all the functionality that you would want to utilize with the door rail on the bottom there. So if say you would want to use an auto operator or you want to go to a taller type door, you get that, you can utilize that BP style door. The last two are the F and the H style door. So the F door is essentially a patch fitting door, except they add one patch there on the pull side of the door with, and they embed a lock integrated into the patch. And that's more for retail style openings. So you can lock that door at night when it's not being used. And then the last is the hinge style door, which was just added in 2020. And this is just another way to add a true all glass look with a minimalist amount of hardware showing. So maximum door sizes. So below in this chart, this really shows what Ghana talks about in regards to the maximum door sizes based off of a combination of hardware that you've selected and the actual size of the door. You can see that, just for example, if you look at a floor closer with a P-style door and 3/4 inch glass, you can have an all glass door that goes up to about 10 feet tall. And that's a really big door. So glass door applications, there's really a bunch of different options whenever it comes to all glass doors. Just starting at the top here, if you're just looking for swing doors that are, for interior types of openings, that, you want to swing both ways like an office style door, you can accomplish that with overhead closers or floor closers, things along that lines with door pulls. And then we also have a lot of different locking applications, and some of those I'll talk about later with locking pulls and center lock housings that will house mortise locks. Next, we have panic or emergency exit style doors. So any type of application that might require egress or a panic device, we have products that accommodate that as well. And then the last two, access control. As good as an all glass door is, we obviously don't want to sacrifice any security. So you can still have those options of electric strikes, mag locks, or electrified locks with electrified mortise locks that give you options for, access control that'll tie back into your access control system. And then last is hands-free or operator type opening. So if there's any opening that you really want less touches, especially with what goes on in today's world with COVID, or any type of ADA required opening, you can utilize operators with all glass openings as well. All right, so glass door applications. So here we want to talk about not sacrificing security just because you want to have that great look of an all glass door. So there's a lot of different options when it comes to locking. If you look on the left-hand side here at the locking pull, we have, this is a great solution not only for swing doors, but you can also utilize it for sliding doors, which are really popular on interior type applications. The next photo down is the Adams Wright standalone keypad lock. That doesn't require any preps in it whatsoever. So it's applied with a very highly robust adhesive tape. This is great for, not only adding, a lower cost way for access control, but also another way to utilize it as an aftermarket application as well. So it's a great thing to have. If you look at the top photo there in the center, you'll see laminated glass. Although ASSA ABLOY doesn't offer glass as part of our offering, we work with a lot of different glass manufacturers that can accommodate laminated glass with our hardware. Essentially, laminated glass is just two pieces of glass that are held together with an inner layer. That's a great option for security because if the glass is to be broken, it would still stay attached to that inner layer. It wouldn't fall out into the opening or would cause a security concern because the opening is essentially not there. So, and then lastly, we've got our two most common options when it comes to locking all glass entrances. We've got the center lock housing with mortise locks, and you can see the different options when it comes to levers. So if you're matching other hollow metal or wood doors throughout your facility in that same look, you can do that with those different types of levers. And then last is the all glass panic device, the PDU 8000 from Glass Solutions. All right. So talking a little bit about trends, we've seen a major trend when it comes to different colors on openings. Instead of just doing the same old stainless steel or even a traditional type brass opening, we can do a lot of different things when it comes to color. Probably the largest trend that we've seen over the past 3 to 4 years has been black. And the nice thing about black is, whenever you order a project from ASSA ABLOY, we utilize the same color powder coat across all of our brands. So if you have a project that has, all glass entrances, aluminum entrances, and then wood and hollow metal entrances, all of the different types of hardware that you see in this picture here will be exactly the same color and will look the same essentially throughout the entire building. Another great option is custom colors. We have the ability to match any RAL color out there today. And the really cool thing that we do is if there's a custom color that isn't available, we work with our friends over at PPG and we send, they'll send stuff to their lab to formulate a custom color to match really anything that's out there on a project. So if you have, all we really need is a chip sample, and then we can send that over there and we can match anything out there today. Another trend that we see is less metal and more glass. So if you look in the top left-hand corner there, you'll see patch fittings. A lot of folks love that all glass, less metal look. And that's something that we have different options for, including channel for side light type walls, like you can see on this picture over here to the right. There's also a lot of new things that we offer that remove the closing function of the door from, say, a overhead closer or a floor closer, and we actually embed that into the hardware itself. So if you look at the two pictures at the bottom, you'll see a hydraulic patch fitting. So essentially a closer built into the patch itself, and then hydraulic hinges. So there's a closing mechanism built into the hinge itself. All right, so if we want to talk about the glass hardware industry in general and just how does hardware end up, on the glass and end up at a job site or a project. So below is a flow chart of how glass hardware would make its way from start to finish. We typically sell our products through two channels, the glass door manufacturer channel and the distributor wholesale channel. The glass door manufacturers will typically manufacture the glass by cutting it. They cut a piece of float glass to size. They put the appropriate prep holes in the glass for the hardware. And then once all of that's done, they put it through a tempering oven to get a finished piece of glass or a monolithic piece that's ready to receive hardware or in the door to be built. From there, the glass is typically shipped to the glazing contractors. So that's kind of where the distributor wholesaler partner comes in as well. So the glazers can really choose, do I want my glass with my hardware installed from the glass door manufacturer, or do I want to do it myself on site? So I can get my hardware from my distributor or wholesaler and my glass from my manufacturer, or I can do a one-stop shop with my glass door manufacturer. So a couple different ways that they can get hardware and their glass. And then of course, once it gets to a glazer, then it's ultimately installed on the job site. So who are the folks you can reach out to if you want to know more? So this is my team and the folks at Rockwood Manufacturing that work for the Glass Solutions organization. So if you have any questions or need anything, please reach out to us and we'll get you an answer. Or if you need any help from a design perspective in regards to glass specifications for Division 84-126, that's something we can help out with as well. So thank you for the time. And I think Chad's going to open it up to some questions. So.
Yeah, thanks, Tyler, for that overview. We do have one question, but we're going to stick around also for a few minutes if anyone would like to type anything else. You've got the person here live willing to answer. So Tyler, can you see that first question from the first guest?
I can, yeah. So our manufacturer that provides patch fittings is Rockwood Manufacturing. So just a kind of an overview, we can do different types of applications of patch fitting. So say you have just a standard door, or if you have a transom or a return, there's a lot of different applications out there that we manufacture patch fittings for. And then of course, we also have those other specialty, the hydraulic type patch fittings and things along that line. And the cool thing with those are we can manufacture we can manufacture different types of patch fittings and then powder coat over them. Yeah, so just moving on to the next question here, talking about different types of frame applications. These doors are typically not in a aluminum frame application. They're normally or a hollow metal. They're typically in a frameless. So a lot of times they'll either be mounted to just a header jam that goes into the ceiling, or there could be a side light wall that essentially that it's mounted into. So a lot of the, how our doors are mounted is specifically to a header tube that goes right up into the ceiling itself. But we can do them in aluminum frames or hollow metal frames. Haven't really seen a wood one though. And just to continue on to that question, yeah, they typically are sold as a package. So the door with the header and then the hardware and the side lights or channels that go beside it.
Great questions, everyone. Don't be afraid to ask. Also, Tyler is still sharing his contact information. If you haven't, you can pull out your cell phone or take a screenshot of all of these contacts. Lots of experience there that can help you and answer any questions about the hardware that we provide for those full glass openings. We're going to hang out for just a couple more minutes, give you time to type if you need to. And remember, this has been recorded. It will be up on our website here by the end of the day. I'll have it actually loaded onto our box folder where you can find all of our other recorded virtual instructor-led trainings that we've done in the past. Tyler, looks like we got one more coming in.
Yeah, so construction / framing details available for viewing online. Yes, we actually have, if you go to our Glass Solutions website, and we'll add that to the docket. So it's ASSAABLOYGlass.us. You can look up essentially any of those header details. So we have 1 3/4 by 4, 4.5 inch, 2 by 6, 2 by 2. There's a lot of different framing details. And then there's a whole other, list of options for the side light material as well. Yeah, so if you have an account with Rockwood, that's correct. It is the same account that you would utilize for purchasing these products.
All right, I want to thank everybody so much for tuning in today. Tyler, any closing thoughts before we cut it loose?
No, I appreciate the time, and we really just scratched the surface on here today. If anyone has any other questions, please reach out. We're fully capable of kind of supplying any type of opening for all glass out there today, and we've seen them all, by the way, in the past 4 years we've been doing this. So please reach out.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.